Hello Dawn Hunters! We are back in the thick of it, battling fierce monsoon storms here in Thailand. Because why not push our off-grid catamaran to the edge of disaster, right? If we actually make it through, I've got a luxurious bath waiting in a recycled plastic dinghy on deck, naturally. But just as things start to calm down, I managed to drop something into the water again. Classic. Got any guesses on what I lost this time? Drop them in the comments. And if you're loving the chaos, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what happens next in this wild Thai adventure.
Break your chains off.
Just a few days ago at our current anchorage, Yana dropped her sunglasses under the pier and had to dive into the water to retrieve them. During the mission, she had a close encounter with a crab that nearly got her.
Good morning, guys! Today is the morning to go retrieve the glasses. Guess what? William's turn to go under because I'm not diving. He is a master diver, so hopefully he can retrieve this pair. For me, first I'm taking William for breakfast, so he's in a good mood. And plus it's a little too early. 8 in the morning right now, and low tide is at 9:30. We're gonna go have a breakfast and then try and retrieve the sunglasses number 2.
I'm beginning to think she's throwing these glasses in so we can stay one more day. It means we have to go ashore for breakfast. As intelligent as this woman is, there's always possibility, the fact I just stated. The problem with it is, we will never know.
You will never know. And you will never know too. Hey Charlie, how are you today, Charlie? You're a little dirty today. I wonder if it's a cook or what this is.
Charlie? Best boyfriend ever.
That's the best guy forever.
You want to sit up or sit down here? It's okay, you can go with you. Don't worry, we walk with you.
The owner is sitting here and she said that Charlie is the best boyfriend ever because he's forever and he's quiet. I think I'm not at the Charlie stage just yet.
It's getting close.
It's getting close. Green coffee shop. This is green, green, green. How many green items can you find?
Green coffee house.
It's your favorite color?
I like green color. I like plants before it's green leaves. It's fresh when you give water or raining time. He make you fresh all the time. It's little leaves, really fresh.
Nice.
It's exciting every day when he come bigger and bigger.
Bigger. Well, you have plenty of...
Yeah, I have different. I chop some arm and pick in the earth and grow it.
And it grows. Soda Manao.
After all these years, my wife thinks I'm grumbly in the morning before I have my coffee. The real truth is I'm grumbly every morning because I like to stay up until 2, 3 a.m. So in the morning, I'm not that much of a happy person. By about 10, I get better. And by 1 o'clock, I'm rocking and rolling.
I think grumpiness just comes naturally with age.
You might be right. After 7 years of being with you, I do see you being more grumpy.
Hey, I thought you became more grumpy after 7 years with me.
No.
I'm like, careful here.
No, you're younger. It accelerates faster.
Oh, I'm taking Charlie with me to the boat. Thank you.
Oh no, low tide means one of us has to get wet. Today I'm gonna get the sunglasses and I'm gonna throw something in the water. So tomorrow we can come and Yana can get my stuff out of it. Let's go treasure hunting. So what I'm gonna do here is attach a ladder so I can get up here because I don't want to rip my shoulders to pieces for a pair of glasses. Back in the States, every once in a while I would have to get a shot because the rotator cuffs in them are completely worn out. And when you're pulling and tugging on ropes and boats and everything else, I've realized that they get pretty well beat up. So I save them when they're actually needed. Tying a little ladder here. So for those of you that don't dive, you have to use weights to offset your body weight so as you go down, or otherwise you can't go under the water here because of the salt content.
Oh, and guess what? Just 2 days ago, I lost another pair of sunglasses, but luckily we managed to save them after William spotted them under the dock. I just lost another pair of sunglasses in the hole. What happened yesterday, I actually, first time in a long time, put something nice on, and William proposed to take a picture of me. And I said, okay. So he took a picture of me, and then I said, how about a nice selfie? I took my sunglasses off, and that's where they dropped. I think, guys, this is gonna cost me a lot.
All kinds of green algae in here. Very cloudy water.
Wow. You're so heavy. So what did you find?
A lot of big coral heads down there and rocks that are super sharp. And the other problem is you can't come up because underneath this there's a bunch of shells. It's actually better if the tide was high because it wouldn't be spewing up all that crap from the bottom.
I knew that this second pair not going to be an easy one because the easy one was the first pair. If you do your mistakes twice, then it just goes worse and worse. Sunday, just made myself and William a coffee. We will have a nice Sunday morning.
Yesterday, the fishermen said you should put your anchor out along with the mooring ball because not too long ago there was a sailboat and the mooring ball broke and it ended up in the rock. Put your anchor out as a safety. The problem if I put my big anchor out and we spin, we're going to twist our anchor on the mooring line and then we're going to have a bigger problem. Figure when the weather got decent, we were going to move to another place and drop anchor.
We are sitting here in 26 knots of wind, watching our mooring ball rope stretch so hard. Our engines are on in case if it snaps. Right now it looks like we are holding, however you can see here on the anchor drag alarm slightly over our original location, and that is very dangerous. The corals are right where the blue pontoon is, and also behind us are rocks.
The good news about a mooring ball is it's always nice and close to the action, the piers, the activity. The bad news is it's close to the coral reef where we've been on the mooring ball for about a week. Once a week you should turn your engines on anyway and let them run to make sure they're going to start if you need. That was on my list today, along with making water. I wanted to wash the boat. Now I've collected water in the buckets, so I've got water to wash the boat.
My boat collected more water than your bucket.
You can wash too.
No.
It's a cleaning day.
That would be the end of it.
So the good news in the rain is I'm able to wash the whole boat down. I've got the pilot house done, and I'm gonna go get some water out of the dinghy so that I can start washing some of this nasty deck. Hey, what are you doing?
Washing the most important part. It's freaking cool. It was a bad idea.
Hey, the water in the dinghy was supposed to be for washing the boat.
Listen, I told you yesterday that I cannot wash my hair because we're out of water. Now we're not out of water. You're telling me still I can't use the water. I'm still washing my hair.
Some people will do anything to get out of washing the boat, even washing themselves. But I guess a clean wipe is better than alternatives.
So freaking cold. I'm cleaning all my down below parts here. If you think that the boat life is somewhat dramatic, you're so wrong. What? Are you kidding me? Actually, it's quite nice. You can keep going. Yeah, that's nice.
Like I said, it's so rough having to clean all the stuff on the boat.
I think we have towel shortage here because this towel.
It's fine, just don't turn around.
Yeah, just don't turn around. Exactly. What I've learned about bathing in a dinghy is that you don't have to clean anything after you. You just take the plug out and you're done.
Are you clean yet?
First bath in 5 years.
Glad it wasn't the dinghy.
Wow, what an experience. This was the first bath in probably 5 years. Usually when you take a shower on the boat, right here where I stand, it has to be super short because you have to conserve the water. So that was probably the first time since we've been living on the boat where I was able to take my time and wash the parts that need to have longer wash time, give them what they really need. Yeah, it was kind of a strange experience. It was freaking freezing cold water, but definitely worth it.
So I'm gonna go take a check of this mooring ball because we are definitely in a different place. So what's happened is that as mooring balls twist and boats are on them and they keep twisting, the rope gets twisted, which makes it shorter. And then when you have a really high wind, it starts going kakunk, kakunk, kakunk. That's the noise as it's spinning and unraveling, which then makes the mooring ball line longer, which is why you have now a new position compared to what you had been when the weather was nice. I always have two lines on the mooring. One is on the port side to starboard side line, and the other one goes back to the anchor locker. So in the event I would have some problem with the line itself, I have a secondary backup through the loop. Both of those are fine, but when the line tries to spin and untwist, then that's when the secondary line makes the twist happen all the way down at the ball, not up here at the boat.
I guess we're going to be washing the boat with dirty Yana water. Maybe it's got something in it that's going to clean the boat up and we can start bottling it. Yeah, that guy's living aboard in a beautiful life, nice young wife, just chilling, having his cup of coffee. Well, I've got news for you. Boat life also requires work.
Wife is nice. Who's arguing that point?
Nice and clean.
If you guys were wondering why I had to wash my hair, take a bath in the rainwater, the answer, we're out of water because we've been at anchor for 2 weeks and this boat came with water maker, but guess what? We never turned it on over this whole year. So today is the day because we are out of water. William is writing schematics. Is the reason for that because we don't have instruction?
Well, there's instructions on a water maker that's basic, but this is plumbed to do all kinds of things like bypass it, suck up fresh water instead of dirty water, so you can clean the filters when you need. It's got a bunch of different options, and I don't want to turn it on and have the wrong option selected.
Right, because then we are without water and without water maker.
So I just spent the last hour making a diagram of however this thing was plumbed. From a logic standpoint, it looks like they tried to use it for filling water, emptying water, taking fresh water back here, and moving fresh water to the tank automatically. Got it all set up properly, test ran it. It started to increase pressure, and I slowly dialed the pressure valve up, brought it up to green. Just when I got it to green, it lasted for about 30 seconds, and boom! A line blows out in the back, water sprays all over the place. So as I suspected, the thing is so old. It was serviced like maybe a year or so ago, but the lines have been rubbing on things. This water maker is coming out. It's gonna become somebody's new hobby project, and we're gonna be putting in one of these Zen 50s like we have on Dawn Hunter that runs up at 24 or 12 volts. Actually, I programmed the fuel level sensors into the servo by Victron, so it's on a display. And I also programmed the water sensor, but programmed the water sensor to be at 0 when we really have 20% water left.
And why is that?
I've learned that most people run everything to 0%. Batteries, chargers, fuel tanks. So at least when the water level says we're done, we still have enough time for me to do something like this.
What kind of people are you referring to? It's only me and you on this boat.
That's the American way of saying some people. Other people know every boat would be saying, you always run everything to 0, so that's why.
That would be at least honest.
See what happens with...
I prefer brutal truth versus pretty lies.
Where else can you be working in front of an island in the sunset? This is the complete water maker. The Zen 50 is 50 liters an hour, and it runs off of 12 or 24 volts with only 240 watts. That's it. So notice the generator's running right now. I had to turn on the generator in order to turn on the water maker, which is really not efficient at all. So this little guy has built-in membranes, 2 membranes for flow, and a piston system that moves back and forth with the pressure of the water and the 12-volt pump. So 12 volt runs your water maker. Now, they make 100 liter an hour for catamarans this size, but the type of water that we use, the 50 is gonna be just fine. 240 watts. That's like less than making 2 pieces of toast. I guess now I'm forced to put this guy inside, and I add it to the list because our water maker is going to become someone else's new water maker.
So the question is, how long is it going to take us 50 liters of water?
Well, it's 50 liters an hour.
Simple math here.
It doesn't matter because the solar cells are charging the battery. The battery's going to run the water maker, so we don't have to use a bunch of diesel fuel. We don't have to use any diesel fuel for making fresh water.
But you have to still turn it on. It's not like it automatically can be programmed and start making water.
No, the only thing that's automatic on this boat is you.
I'm manual, thank you very much.
I thought you were going to say how long before it's going to be installed.
Oh, I know that's going to take forever.
At least 5 years.